Hi, this is Greg from Greg's Bass Shed. Welcome to the lesson today. We're going to look at the bass line of Come As You Are by Nirvana. Now there's a free PDF that accompanies this video. If you follow the link in the description, I'll send that to you, and that'll be really helpful when you're learning the bass line. This video is from the Bass Line Breakdown series. So if you look in the playlist, you'll already see Lithium there by Nirvana. Now I'm going to add loads of bass line transcriptions to this playlist. If there's anything you want me to cover, then let me know. Just leave a comment below or email me at info@gregsbassshed.com. Okay, so one thing to note about this lesson is we're going to be doing it in standard tuning. So Chris Novoselic used to sometimes tune down to a D or an E flat, which means for the D you used to drop down a whole step or a whole tone, and for the E flat you used to drop down a half step or a semitone. So he'd tune all the strings down so he could get, for example, for Lithium he wanted to get a low D, so he's got that. So they used to sometimes detune and sometimes not. So it's easier to explain this tune in standard tuning. And also we're going to use a pick because you get much nearer to the sound that Chris has got on the recording. Okay, so we're going to start with the main riff. Now I'll play that to you first and you can have a listen and watch my hands on the close-up, and then we'll look at explaining how to play that first riff. So you may have noticed we only use 5 different notes for that first riff. So on the A string we use the 5th, 6th and 7th fret, and on the D string 5th and 7th. So we start with our first finger on the 5th fret of the A string. So that's D, D, D sharp, E. So 5, 5, 6, 7. And then we're going to use 7 on the D string down to 5 on the A string. So 7, 5, 7, 5. So that first bit. And then step back down on the A string, 7, 6, 5. 7, 6, 5. So up to there. Once more. And then to finish it all, we do 5 on the A string and 7 on the D string. So 5, 7, 5, 5. And then the last bit. 5, 7, 5, 5, 7, 5, 6, 7. So the whole bass line slowly. Okay, for the next section, the Memoria section, we just use 2 notes. So on the A string still, we're just going to use 7, which is the E, and then up to 10, which is the G. And we're going to use our first finger for both of them because we're going to be sliding in between them. So that rhythm, bam, bam, ba, 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 ba. And that's all on 7 of the A string. So if you try that, and then up to 10, and what we're doing at the end of that is sliding down. You're striking the 10th fret and sliding down back down to the 7th. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So you're landing on back on the E, the 7th fret on the last beat. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. can slide, when you're going from 7 to 10, you can slide up there quickly at the end as well. For the third section, I swear I don't have a gun. It's all played on the D and the G string. So on the D string we're going to use G, which is the 5th fret, and A, which is the 7th fret. And on the G string we're going to use B, which is the 4th fret, and C, which is the 5th fret. So if you start with your last finger on the 7th fret of the D string, that's an A there. So we're going to play 7 A's, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, up to the B, which your first finger should be over on the G string. So we go up to 5 on the G string, which is the C. 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 4, 5 on the D string. 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 4, 5. So that whole bit. So the last time round, we start the same. And at the end of it, we go back to the starting of the first riff. So they're the 3 sections of Come As You Are. If you look at the PDF, you'll see I've written all the notes above it, and that should help you. So if you practice each section slowly, break each section down like I did in the lesson, practice that slowly and then build it up to the right tempo, and then you should be able to play it all the way through with the tune. I hope you enjoyed the video. If it was useful, then please like it below and share it. If you subscribe to the channel, you won't miss any of the new videos that I'll be putting out. So I release a new video every Friday afternoon. And like I said earlier on, if there's any suggestions you've got, then please leave a comment below and I'll try to do one of your lessons. So check out the other video in the Breaking Down the Bassline series, and that's Lithium by Nirvana, and there'll be plenty more in there soon. This is Greg from Greg's Bass Shed. See you next week.